Well, here we go. Time for the lineup for the men's team gold medal match between Italy and the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we start veteran team's men's foil finals with Team Italy, represented by Cappellini, Di Russo, Di Bari, Giuliani, against Team USA, Fulmer, Kaczynski, Barsoomian, and Patterson. Referees for this match, Schwab from Singapore and Koprichnik from South Africa. Assistant referees, Shaimed Gamed from Egypt and Ahmed Amr from Egypt. Referees, please start the match.
Well, there we go. Italy on the left, USA on the right. Fabrizio Capelli on for Italy, along with Fabio Di Russo, who did such a great job against Russia. Maurizio Galvan, Francesco Tiberi, Giovanni Abati and Giulio Giuliani line up for the Italians. USA have Oliver Fulmer, Marek Kaczynski, Jamshid Daragi, John Lawrence, Haik, Barsoomian and Jan Patterson. Friendly handshakes all around at the beginning, but I promise you this is going to be a good one. Still, for me, USA are the team to beat. So it's Andrei Kavrinyuk who is going to take charge of the first three matches in this gold medal match. He shares the refereeing duties with Eugene Schwab, Singapore. So, I've been reluctant to give you the order of this one because of the wrong score sheet I had for the bronze medal match, but I can tell you that it's John Lawrence, category B fencer on the right, who's going to go up against Francesco Tiberi. So it's going to be our B category fencers on first. I'm guessing that it will be our C category fencers coming up next, followed by the A category fencers, but we shall wait for confirmation on that in the next fight. But it's certainly John Lawrence of the United States of America on the right, up against Francesco Tiberi of Italy on the left. It's time to go for gold here in Cairo on day 5 of the World Veterans Fencing Championships. He's a popular member of the US team, John Lawrence, and you can see why. He's got such a fast hand. So quick on that attack. The distance closes up. John Lawrence does not hang about. Time's a little past 5 o'clock here. 10 past. So we are running about 40 minutes late on the schedule. But these guys are going at it. Maybe we'll buy back some time. Very upright in his defence, Lawrence. Stepping backwards, keeping a watchful eye on his approaching opponent. He's looking for that moment where he can step in, snatch the blade to get the right of way, and then just close the distance up. And this time, simple 1-2 attack from Tabiri. That is the way to take it to Lawrence. Press to just outside step lunge distance, and then when you go, go. That's the danger if you get too close against John Lawrence. Another brilliant performance from him to start this gold medal match off. They lead only just 5-3, but it's a good start from the American team and John Lawrence. Here's the category C fencers coming out for the next leg, and Barsoomian coming on for the USA. And that looks like Giuliani who's coming on for Italy. It is indeed Giuliani. Taking it very seriously, the Italians. Not to say the Americans aren't, but there was a severe telling off for Giuliani earlier on today by one of his teammates. Very heated indeed. That's how much it means to them. So here we go, second leg. Andrei Kavrinyuk, our referee, gets us underway. Yellow card for both of them now in this fight. She's seen quite a few hits given on second penalties here today. So, referee just confirming that the Italian landed with his second action on the riposte. And you only allow one go at your opponent if they go past you. Barsoomian lands a 7th hit here for the USA. It's just slowed down a touch, this one. Oh, just trying the flick, Barsoomian to the shoulder, but the reaction afterwards once he realised he missed was super fast. He dropped down into the low line and closed the distance up. Attack is parried, but no riposte from the American. Giuliani going in with a continuation. And again, turning around to look at his teammates who are bellowing instructions at him. And that's super from Barsoomian. He has taken the Americans into a 5-point lead. Came in with a 2-point lead. It was a slow burner at the start, but once Barsoomian got going, he ran away with it. So now we move on to our category A fencers on the right. For the USA, Marek Wisniewski. He's going to go up against Fabio Di Russo. Di Russo having an absolute blinder in the last leg of the semi-finals against Russia, outscoring his opponent 10 hits to 4 to bring the Italians from a deficit of 5 to victory. And the Italians need some magic from him here in the third leg of this gold medal match. Kaczynski picked up the wrong mask, hence the delay. This could be a very telling leg. The Cat A third leg of the men's team foil gold medal match here at these World Veterans Fencing Championships. And as you can see, Russo has come out of the blocks and he's going after Kaczynski. The attack is good for Kaczynski. Will Russo burn his video appeal? He looks to his Italian teammates, and they shake their head and say no. Attack from the right is no. And from the left, the counter-action lands. Kaczynski sensibly had his weapon checked. He just went flat on the army jacket, so no light. Russo doesn't know where his foil is. It came unplugged in the middle of that collision and went flying off the piste, and he was looking around for it. Fortunately, Shaima Gamal, the assistant referee on the side, saw where it went and picked it up for him. Lovely. Really, really nice and sharp from Kaczynski. Just allowed the distance to close up enough to step in with a counter-attack. Just a little rushed on the feet from Fabio. So it was Kaczynski's right of way then. He picked up the parry, but again missed his opponent. Well, the Italians needed another lightning performance from Fabio Russo, and that's just what they're getting. His gameplay here to go out on the attack has forced Kaczynski to try and land attacks of his own, but Kaczynski goes back to a defensive mode for that one, and successfully so. He's within 2 of the target score here. Para riposte, no, is what Andrei Kovinic has given here from De Russo, so Wyszynski gets the hit. And De Russo calls for a video review here, and Kaczynski consults with his colleague Chua. And having a really good look at this one. They're actually trying to watch this in slower motion than the standard 50%. So the action is attack from Wyszynski from the right, a parry from De Russo. The referee's called it as a parry. It says the riposte doesn't land, so Wyszynski steals back the right of way. Andrei Kaczynski comes back to make his final call, asks the fencers to put their masks on, and it was a good call from Fabio De Russo. In the end, the action from Wyszynski was incorrect, and so De Russo gets the point. So he's now scored 5 in this. Anything more now is a bonus for the Italians. They're closing the gap. Beat attack off target. Right of way with the Italian. Same thing the other way around this time. Again, Wyszynski's gone back to missing his opponent. He'd sorted that out earlier on in the fight, but he's had the right of way then and missed. And I think it's something that De Russo's doing with his body as he steps into distance. He's just turning his back shoulder away from his opponent, and so the target disappears. Attack from the right is good. Whatever happens here, De Russo has closed the gap. It's just 1 point he's closed it by at the moment, but there's a minute left for him to do a bit more. But a beautifully timed counter-attack there takes the Americans over the line. But a good effort from De Russo. Closed the gap by 1. Now he needs his teammates to come out and do the same. So Bari comes out again for the Italians. And he's up against the master of cunning, John Flashhand Lawrence. Lightning fast with his hand, and not a man to get too close to. He's super accurate with his attack as well. And he's ready to go. Friendly words between the two at the start of the match. Nice to see that. Again, evidence of the camaraderie between all of the athletes from whichever country here at these championships. They do go hell for leather at each other on the piste, but afterwards they are really good friends. A real community of fencing here. And referees swap roles. Andrei Kaczynski has done his bit on the piste. As the piste referee, he'll now switch to the video and Eugene Chua will take over officiating the match itself. There we see evidence straight away of Lawrence's spoiling tactics. If you get too close, Tabiri getting away without being hit on that occasion, and then just takes a little tap under the wrist. Just to separate them a little bit further at the start to avoid that happening again. They'll be aware of what Lawrence's game plan is. Attack is parry. The first riposte is no, but in close quarters, it's dangerous. John Lawrence, need to be active on your feet and dance around playing with the distance before you get in there. Because he's always going to do that. If you step in quickly from short distance, he's going to close the distance right up. Tabiri seemingly unperturbed by the danger of being so close to John Lawrence. Happy to go toe-to-toe with him in this second match between these two in this gold medal match. Again, in close quarters. The referee's called halt here, and it does look like he's reaching into his pocket. And a yellow card for Francesco Tabiri for Kurakor, or barging, I think he was actually saying. If he got in close, referee can call halt because it's difficult to see the blade actions. And I think a little lean in from Tabiri is what got him the yellow card in that case. So this time, a little bit of second intention from the Italian. A quick, sharp step forced Lawrence into his typical closing counter action. But Tabiri didn't close up more than that one step, and that gave him the room to view where to land his hit. Nice, clever tactic. So Lawrence has changed immediately and goes for a parry riposte. There's the second action there that put Tabiri down on the ground. Nothing untoward in that at all. Looks like it's back foot of Tabiri that's taken the knock. Maybe he stepped on it, John Lawrence. Yeah, just in the middle there, an accidental stepping on the foot, and apology accepted by Tabiri. It happens in close quarters. And Chua just confirming that no hit's going to be given for that one. So it means the attack going through. Lawrence says, okay. I'm going to have to press a little bit more myself now. Oh, that's really clever. Closing in the distance now and changing the attack into defence. Deceiving Tiberi's blade as he came forward, landing the counter. And again, switching from defence this time to attack. Technically, this is a yellow card for Tiberi. He lifted up his mask, and indeed he gets his second yellow, which is a red, and a point for for Lawrence. And Tiberi's saying, "Hey, we're both stopped. You know, you've got to say something about this." And he's saying, "Well, yeah, we stopped, but you took your mask off, and that's the bit that got the penalty." Oh, that's nice. Again, that delayed action from Tiberi works the second time in this fight. He needs to do that a little bit more. Now the card is going to come out for Lawrence, forcing the barge. And that's quite right. Fair from referee Chua. Blade met in the middle, and it's for Lawrence, and Tiberi knows that. And Lawrence has taken the Americans through to the fifth leg, holding on to the lead. It is a 5-3 leg for the American, and Lawrence has done his job for the United States of America. So we're expecting back out now Giuliani for Italy and Barsoomian for the American team. It is Giuliani who's getting ready, and it is Barsoomian coming on the right-hand side for the USA. Cat C fencers on, and if you remember correctly, the second leg here, the fight slowed down just a little bit. We're going to expect some of the same here. A couple of hard days fencing for both of these athletes in their 70s. Big sweeping parry from the American. Attack is met by Giuliani, and he gets one as well. Referee's actually called that as an attack from the right. I don't actually get any sight of Barsoomian extending his arm there, though. And the wind is in the sails of Giulio Giuliani. Just needs to be a little bit careful about rushing here, the Italian. He's done well so far. Doesn't want to get carried away with himself. First one's no from the Italian, but Barsoomian doesn't land himself, so final action is off target. And that is a beauty. This time Barsoomian set that one up. He steps in and keeps his arm right back, waits for the counter from Giuliani, and then picks up the blade and hits. Beautiful hit from the American. And that, for me, is his attack as well. The referee calls it together, and Barsoomian deciding now's not the time to use his video referral. Well, a yellow card's got to come out here, surely. Referees decided that both fencers were equally to blame there, so he could offer them both a yellow card, or in this case, say, oh, you wipe each other out. Let's move on. Simultaneous again. Now we get a card, and this time it's for Giuliani. He was the one that felt that Barsoomian was the one pressing. He's the one that's rushing in. Attack right, touche. Going again for that high parry, and the Italian camp are up in arms, the coach especially. I think he's saying just slow down a little bit. And he's so keen to get on with this fight that Giuliani starts way before the referee says play. Getting a bit messy in the middle now. Barsoomian doesn't want to concede ground. And look at the Italian just edging forward as the referee saying on guard. He's got to be careful. He's already on a yellow card, Giuliani. And now the assistant referee points to Barsoomian for covering of target, and he's going to get a yellow card as well. And they're both on yellows. And look at Barsoomian now, not wanting to concede any ground because Giuliani's just moving the whole time, but a beat disengage there for the American. Takes him within one. Referee reluctant to see this one out with another yellow for Court from Giuliani. Counter riposte is off target for me, as it is for Eugene Chua. Parry riposte, the flick hit. We saw that once in the first fight, and we've seen it again in Barsoomian's second fight. And saying that you weren't giving anything for him forcing his hand into my mask. I kind of see where he's coming from, but I also agree with the referee. There's no need to just keep handing out cards. They were just meeting in the middle, and there was nothing malicious about it. So the Americans lead this gold medal match by 8 points now, and we are going into the final leg. And the Cat A fencers, it is Marek Kaczynski who's coming out again for the USA. I'll be very surprised if it's anyone but Fabio Di Russo coming on for Italy. Italy trailed Russia in this leg, with the Cat A fencers coming on. Di Russo came from 20-25 behind to win that semi-final 30-29. Kaczynski out of the blocks, sharp as attack, and that attack goes through from Russo. Not sharp enough to parry that one. Both fencers thought it was theirs. Referee called simultaneous. Russo, that's his second. Taking just a little over 30 seconds to get those two, but he hasn't been hit yet by Kaczynski. Attack good from Kaczynski this time. Starting slowly, but he started. And Russo looking to the camp to see whether he should call for a video. I don't think it's worth it in this case. I think he'd lose his video appeal if he did go for it. Got to get back into thinking about the fencing. And another attack, this time holding the blade as he steps forwards. And the assistant referee back on to the piece, attaching the mask clip to the mask. That's the wire that connects the lame bib of the mask to the lame jacket to make sure it's conductive. Wow. Kaczynski calls for a video here. He feels that he picked up the blade. Today, as we see at all foil competitions, the referee is going to favour the attacking fencer when both are going for the blade. And, quick decision usually means that the referee is going to stick with his original call. Attack with fair, attack with metal, attack with a blade, with steel. That's the translation of that. A beat attack, basically. Just checking the scores now. I've seen this a couple of times as well. And that's why they've got the video, just making sure that the score is correct. They don't award a second hit. Still 5 in this. Russo working off the blade, and now a card is going to come out for the ducking of the head from Kaczynski. Adding a little bit more tension to the Americans' efforts here. Well, both fencers calling for it, but I agree with referee Chua, and Russo gets the hit. Kaczynski, without any video appeals, can't ask for that one to be reviewed. Attack misses. We saw this in their first fight, Kaczynski missing his opponent. And it's because Russo is turning his back shoulder away from his opponent, making his target disappear. Well, first one fails from Russo. The right of way was with Kaczynski, but he misses. And look at this. We started with an 8-point gap between the USA and Italy. Usually that's clear water and that team will roll on to take the final leg, but Russo is the master of the comeback. 2 meetings in the blade for me. Now, I think that if Kaczynski had his video here, he would call for it, but he hasn't got a video, and the referee's given that as an attack touche for Russo. Another beat attack. Italy are on level terms with the United States of America, and this is a repeat of what they did in the semi-finals against Russia, coming from quite a long way back to take the match. And now Italy are in the lead. They have not been in the lead since the very first hit, and it looks like actually that hit's going to be annulled because of a ducking of the head for Russo, so he gets a yellow card, and we're all square. Oh, 1:35 left on the clock. Kaczynski goes after Russo. Another card coming out. And it is a point to Italy because it's a red card for Kaczynski. Italy are in the lead for the first time since the first hit now. Beat from Kaczynski brings his arm back, and Russo closes the distance, making the taller man miss and landing a hit himself. What a turnaround from Russo, and a counter with that body evasion puts Italy within 1, and Russo has scored 12 points here, and he gets the attack against Kaczynski, and he wins the last leg 13-1 to take Italy to the world title. What a stunning finish there from Fabio Di Russo. Italy are the men's team foil world champions. Incredible, absolutely incredible. Fabio Di Russo in that match scored 16 of the 30 hits that took Italy to victory, 13 of them in the very